Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at DTI Information Network. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the 5 things you do not want to do with Navy Federal if you want to keep a good relationship with this bank. All right. These are some very important things that you're going to need to know if you're going to be building out your relationship with Navy Federal. So I want to make sure you avoid any of these obstacles that can end up coming your way. So here at DTI Information Network, if it's your first time joining us, thank you guys for jumping in and seeing what our channel is all about. In this channel, we're going to be talking about everything from building out your personal credit, helping you get business credit so that you can take advantage of the bank's products. Some of those products being credit cards that allow you to build up reward points to travel the world for free, like I'm doing right now. I'm here in Sydney, Australia, enjoying this beautiful country here, all by way of using reward points to be able to allow me to get here. Also, if you also want to take advantage of some of the bank's products, you can get their business lines of credit, get their business loans so that you can acquire assets that will cash flow and allow you to be able to have the freedoms of living the lifestyle that you choose. That's the kind of stuff that we're talking about in this video. And that is what I want to make sure that I provide to you guys, my listeners. All right. So let's start and get into this video. The very first thing I would suggest that you do not do when you have a Navy Federal bank account, and that is something called manufacturer spend. You don't want to use these credit cards that they have to manufacture spend. If you do not know what manufacturer spending is, it's basically simply using a credit card, buying merchandise, and then returning it back onto another card or into a debit card so that you can get cash back from it or and something like that. So basically, some of these banks have systems set up where they can track manufactured spending. Manufactured spending can be a great tool if you're trying to hit a sign up bonus in this way, where you're trying to use one card, rack it up, and then you return the merchandise onto another card so they do not see that you spent that kind of money on that particular card and returned it, right? But Navy Federal, if they catch on to you doing this, they will shut your whole account down. So that is probably number one. I would say this is one of the ones you do not want to do this with. All right. Number two, you want to make sure that before you apply, you do not have any late payments, collections, or charge-offs on your account for at least 12 months. You want to make sure that your credit report does not have any late payments, not just with Navy Federal, but with any bank accounts. So on your credit report before you're applying, make sure you don't have any late payments, collections, or charge-offs on your account. If you need help being able to remove some of those things, go ahead and get in touch with us in our link below in the description. You can find us in our private community, which is a school group community, and we can help you with some of those things. All right. The next thing I will say is you don't want to sell your membership code. Now, you're going to get with Navy Federal when you become a member, you're going to get a membership code, and this is a private bank, so this bank only allows certain members to be able to take advantage of their products, and some people are selling their membership code. The challenge is say for instance you sell that membership code to someone and they're using that code and then they do something like manufactured spend and they get their whole account shut down, they can come back and shut your account down with it because you're the one who recommended this person. So you want to make sure, guys, that you're very, very careful about who you give your membership code out to. Make sure it's a family member or a really tight friend, somebody who might be living with you in your same household or something like that. But you want to protect this particular bank, this bank reputation that you have at all costs. And so selling your membership code can get you kind of caught up. So kind of watch out for that. The next thing is before applying for a credit line increase, you're going to want to wait 91 days in between each one. So let's say you get a credit line increase for $5,000 and then you want to go and get yourself another one. Now, I always recommend that you apply with $8,000 increments at a time. All right. 8,000 increments at a time. And even if they hit you with less and they counter offer you and you get less, that's all right. At least go for 8,000. But The psychology behind it is that you want to wait 91 days in between doing so. So when you're doing it, make sure you're spending and paying it off, spending and paying it off within that particular time frame. So make sure, I would say, I would advise, try to spend up to the limit if you can, pay it off, and then do that twice within one billing cycle. All right. But do not apply for that credit line increase before your 91-day mark. So make sure you're marking your calendar before you do another credit limit increase. All right. The next one is you do not want to apply for your credit limit increase over the phone or in person. Okay. The way you avoid getting another hard inquiry on your credit report is by applying through your mobile app, right? So whenever you're applying for a credit limit increase, make sure you're going to your mobile app and then applying for your credit limit increase so you're not hit with a hard inquiry. That is one workaround that you can have. All right. So those are my 5 tips to you guys. If you are using Navy Federal, the things you want to not do with this particular bank. This will help you guys in establishing and making sure that you're building out a flourishing relationship with Navy Federal. So I hope this was helpful. Just a couple of hints. I just wanted to make sure I drop those on you guys right now. If you found this information helpful and you want to learn more about it, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment so that we know that this is the kind of information you want to hear about. Whatever we do, we want to make sure we're providing as much value to you guys as possible. Also, if you're new to this channel, we do have a private school group community that we would love for you guys to join. It's the link is in the description below. In this group, we're talking about everything from building out your personal business credit. Also, we have real estate courses in there, do-it-yourself credit repair courses inside of there. You'll also have access to some of the people in my network, people that do payroll, people that are um, geniuses with real estate, people in my network from all walks of life, everybody who's building out personal credit. You'll also have some of my top credit repair companies in there where you can ask certain credit repair questions to help you build out your profile. We also have people who are really good with AI, can help you with that as well, and systems and automations. So just bringing together a group of people where we're all sharing really good information to help each other grow. If it sounds like a group that you want to be involved in, I highly recommend you come and check us out over there. And if not, that's fine too. Please just keep watching our videos, hit the like button and subscribing so that we know that you guys like it. All right. Signing out. Peace. Dishawn T.